2020 Delhi riots conspiracy. The top court made it clear that at this stage, concerns of national security and public order take precedence over arguments of prolonged detention before trial. A bench comprising Justice Arvind Kumar and Justice N.V. Anjaria ruled that the material presented by the prosecution was sufficient to indicate the alleged involvement of Umar Khalid and Sharjeel Imam in the conspiracy. At the same time, the court granted bail to 5 other accused in the case. And these 5 other accused are Gulfisha Fatima, Miran Haider, Shifaur Rahman, Mohammad Salim Khan and Shadab Ahmed. The verdict comes after Supreme Court had earlier reserved its decision on the 10th of December following challenges to a September ruling of the Delhi High Court that had denied relief to the accused. During the hearings, the Delhi police strongly opposed bail, arguing that violence in Northeast Delhi was not a spontaneous outbreak, but the outcome of a carefully planned conspiracy. The police told court that the alleged plot was aimed at disturbing public order and harming the country's sovereignty, and that the accused were part of a shared plan, making them collectively responsible. Let's take you, in fact, through the Supreme Court's observation in detail. So there's no bail for Umar Khalid, and this is what the top court said while making that decision. Enough evidence against the duo, Umar Khalid and Sharjeel Imam. Prima facie proof of conspiracy. This is a big observation, that there is proof of conspiracy and their involvement. Case involves India's security and unity. Apart from this, the Supreme Court has also said bail granted to 5 other accused. So while bail was granted to 5 other accused, it was denied to Umar Khalid and Sharjeel Imam. The court talks about proof of conspiracy presented by the prosecution cannot treat all accused equally. Since this has been one of the arguments questioning why is it that bail has been granted to other people and not Umar Khalid and Sharjeel Imam, to which this observation is the answer. Supreme Court says you cannot treat all accused equally. Of course, court is looking at their individual roles. Let's take a look at the reactions we're getting.
देखिए, जो भी उच्चतम न्यायालय ने फैसला किया है, रिकॉर्ड के आधार पर फैसला किया है। उन्होंने बाकियों को बेल दी है, इन दोनों को बेल नहीं दी। तो मुझको लगता है कि कुछ ना कुछ रिकॉर्ड में ऐसा होगा जो इनका केस दूसरों से जुदा लगता है। मगर आज देश भर में जो उम्मीद थी कि इनको बेल मिलेगी, आज कई लोग इससे नाखुश होंगे, क्योंकि जो संविधान की आस्था है वो फ्रीडम में है और लिबर्टी में है। इतना लंबे अरसे के बाद बेल ना मिलना, इससे एक चिंता का वातावरण तो पैदा होता है।
We have a strong case on merits and on law, and we are very confident.
Sir, it is almost 5 to 6 years they are incarcerated. How do you see, sir?
That has been a very long time. In fact, as we always say, bail should be the rule and jail should be the exception. This is a case where this has been reversed, and that is unjust. And that's also why we are expecting the Supreme Court to grant bail.
Thank you.
Let's go across to our legal editor, Harish Nair. Bhavtosh is also joining us on the broadcast. Harish, as far as Umar Khalid and Sharjeel Imam are concerned, their bail has been cancelled, while 5 other accused have been granted bail. And key observations as far as the Supreme Court is concerned, enough evidence against the duo. The court also says that, all accused cannot be treated in the same manner. And of course, the court is looking at their individual role when it comes to the conspiracy.
Yes, Swati, we should remember that all these 7 accused had spent 5 years in jail, but denying bail to Sharjeel Imam and Umar Khalid, but at the same time granting bail to 5 others. The Supreme Court very clearly saying that the prosecution had given to the Supreme Court enough material, prima facie showing evidence of all the charges against the 2. Remember, the prosecution had very clearly said that it was not a mere ordinary violence or a riot or a protest, but an organized attempt at regime change, a well-orchestrated, premeditated act to commit unlawful act which had endangered India's sovereignty, unity, security, and the timing of it when American President Donald Trump was in India, and an attempt was being made to use the anti-CAA protest to trigger communal violence across the country. And their act had resulted in 53 deaths and left more than 100 injured. This is what the prosecution said. And today the Supreme Court finding prima facie merit in these arguments.
Well, you know, this verdict and the observations also come as a massive jolt for the ecosystem, which said that there's discrimination happening with Umar Khalid and Sharjeel Imam, that they have been behind bars for 5 years and have not been able to get bail. Harish, stay on with us. Before I go across to Bhavtesh, let's break down the details. The Supreme Court has observed that there is specific material on record against Umar Khalid and Sharjeel Imam, which influenced its decision on bail. The evidence that the court may have considered is what we will present to you now. These are the key points and materials cited by the Delhi police in its charge sheet and are among the grounds that may have been taken into consideration by the court while assessing the bail pleas. Let's take you through these pointers that were mentioned in the charge sheet of the Delhi police as well. Was the mob mobilized? The Islamist rioters mobilized? This is what has been cited by the Delhi police in its charge sheet. WhatsApp group created to mobilize anti-CAA protesters. Apart from that, it also says Muslim students of JNU created on the day bill was tabled. This is a group. This is a group which was created on WhatsApp. WhatsApp created by Sharjeel on instructions of Umar Khalid. These are the specific role of Sharjeel and Imam that have been mentioned in the Delhi police charge sheet. Khalid held meetings at secret office in New Selampur. So he was giving directions to Sharjeel Imam. Apart from that, secret meetings were being headed by Umar Khalid. Conspirators Gulfisha, Taslim Ahmed attended the meet, of which Gulfisha has been granted bail today. Secret meeting held in Northeast Delhi on the 24th of Jan 2020. These are all the developments mentioned in the charge sheet by the Delhi police. Now, let's take a look at what transpires. From Bihar, Khalid was in touch with the conspirators. This a day after the riots broke out. 10 calls between members of Tukde gang on the 23rd of February were traced. Khalid spoke to Saifi, Miran Haider, Nadeem and Rahul Roy as well. So he was in constant touch with other people. Now, witness claims that Umar Khalid asked him to incite immigrants. There are such testimonies against Umar Khalid. Khalid wanted Bangladeshi Rohingya immigrants to join the stir. Let's go across to Bhavtosh. Now, Bhavtosh, this is what has been cited by the Delhi police in its charge sheet. The allegation is that this was all done for regime change. And this is where Umar Khalid and Sharjeel Imam's role, specific role played in the entire conspiracy, mobilizing people, provoking people, comes to fore. And perhaps based on this, the court says that these individuals are on a different footing from the rest of the accused.
Yes, Swati. In fact, in the various court documents that have been submitted by the Delhi police or by the state over a period of time, they have tried to show that the role played by Umar Khalid and Sharjeel Imam is different from other accused. What they have said is that they were the alleged mastermind as far as this entire case is concerned, and they have said that there were several attempts before the Delhi riots took place. They have said that first set of the riots, or at least the violence that broke out in the capital, they were very localized in nature, and then that happened on 13th of December 2019, and then the first riots that happened was on 15th of December outside Jamia Millia Islamia. Now, what had happened was that after the bail was tabled, as you rightly said, there were a series of riots that broke out not only in Delhi but also in Uttar Pradesh, Assam and other parts of the country. Once that happened, then the sit-in protest happened outside Shaheen Bagh, which in fact led to chakka jams across Delhi. They were at the point when Delhi saw the riots in which 52 people lost their lives. There were chakka jams that were held at least at 30 locations. Now, what Delhi High Court had said last September, that is very important. They said that you have to not be physically present, and the conspiracy can still be can take place. Now, Sharjeel Imam was arrested in January 2020. His counsel maintained that since he was arrested in January 2020, before the riots broke out in the capital, he would not be physically present. Delhi High Court had said that you might not be physically present, but you had already been part of this larger conspiracy, and that had been now upheld by the Supreme Court. Supreme Court has said that different, one has to in fact judge the entire case in different footing. In a way, it has upheld the Delhi High Court order. I will just add one more point. Whenever the any order has come as far as this case is concerned, there is virtually trolling of all the judges of this of the country. First, when the High Court order had come, there was in fact a lot of articles that had been published in the on social media, and even as we speak, the Supreme Court order has also been questioned by many. And Amit Prasad, the special public prosecutor, has also said that whenever this case comes up before the court, there has been a lot of social media scrutiny on various platforms. And even before this Supreme Court order had come, there was in fact a letter that was written by US lawmakers and also by New York.
The lobby or the ecosystem gets active. That's what you're saying, ahead of every hearing. Harish and Bhavtosh, stay on with us. Times Now also had a conversation with the family members of victims of the 2020 Delhi riots.
दो लोगों को जो बेल नहीं दी है उसके लिए माननीय सुप्रीम कोर्ट का शुक्रिया अदा करना चाहेंगे, लेकिन 5 लोगों को बेल दी है एक दुर्भाग्यपूर्ण है। क्यों कि पीड़ित सनातनी जिनके 15 बच्चे मारे गए हैं, बेटे भाई, वो हमारे अपने ही हैं और उनकी जान के लिए खतरा बना हुआ है और उनके लिए सुरक्षा मुहैया कराना आवश्यक है। मैं सुप्रीम कोर्ट से ये प्रार्थना करना चाहूंगा, भारत सरकार से प्रार्थना करना चाहूंगा, गृह मंत्री जी से प्रार्थना करना चाहूंगा, सुरक्षा मुहैया कराई जाए, अन्यथा अनहोनी होने की संभावना बनी हुई है।
ट्रायल शुरू होना चाहिए सर, हम लोगों का न्याय मिलना चाहिए। 2 दिन पहले झगड़ा हुआ था और 2 दिन के बाद कोई पुलिस नहीं आया था। उसके बाद 2 दिन के बाद पुलिस आई, आंसू गैस को गोला छोड़ रहे थे, वो सीधा मेरे लड़के के सर में आके लग गया। वो पुलिस नहीं ले गया, वो उठा के, और हमें तो 9 बजे रात में पता लगा। जीटीवी में कोई बता भी नहीं रहा था। मैं ढूंढते अस्पताल में खुद पता करा कि मेरे कोर्ट से उम्मीद है सर, जो गलत किया उसको बेल मिलनी नहीं चाहिए, सजा होनी चाहिए। यही चाहता हूँ, जो गलत किया उसको तो बेल मिलनी नहीं चाहिए, गलत बेल मिला है।
The Bharatiya Janata Party has welcomed the decision to deny bail to Sharjeel Imam and Umar Khalid, calling it a vindication of the rule of law. BJP leaders said the verdict reinforces the principle of Satyamev Jayate. Truth ultimately prevails. The party described Sharjeel Imam and Umar Khalid as prominent faces of what it termed the Tukde Tukde gang and said court's decision sends out a strong message.
देखिए, सुप्रीम कोर्ट का जो फैसला है वो इस बात को पुनः रेखांकित करता है कि दिल्ली में जो दंगे हुए थे वो सोची सजी साजिश के तहत हुए थे, लंबी तैयारी के साथ हुए थे और इन दंगों के पीछे बहुत सारी पॉलिटिकल पार्टी के लोग भी शामिल थे और कुछ ऐसे लोग भी शामिल थे जो भड़काने का काम करते थे। शहर को जलाने में इतनी सारी जो दंगे में नुकसान हुआ उस सबके पीछे लोगों का हाथ है और आज का सुप्रीम कोर्ट का फैसला जो है इस बात को साबित करता है।
सर, बाकी 5 लोगों को जिनको अभी भी बेल दी गई है, क्या दिल्ली सरकार की तरफ से, क्योंकि दिल्ली राइट्स अभी भी बहुत सेंसिटिव है, हम लोग सारे विक्टिम्स की भी फैमिली से रीच आउट कर रहे हैं, उस पर क्या कोई एक्शन लिया जाएगा आपकी तरफ से?
देखते हैं। देखिए, अभी तो सुप्रीम कोर्ट में ये मामला पेंडिंग है, लगता है कि दिल्ली के लोगों को न्याय मिलेगा।
आज जिस प्रकार से उमर खालिद और शर्जील इमाम, जिसके लिए केवल कांग्रेस पार्टी और उसके इकोसिस्टम से नहीं बल्कि विदेश से भी बहुत सारे पत्र और संवेदनाएं प्रकट हो रही थी, आज उन दोनों व्यक्तियों को सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने किसी भी प्रकार की राहत डिनाई कर दी है, उनके बेल को रिजेक्ट कर दिया है और केवल बेल रिजेक्ट ही नहीं किया बल्कि ये भी कहा कि जो इस प्रकार का अपराध उन्होंने किया है, प्रथम दृष्टया आतंकवाद और दिल्ली को जलाने के जो भी चार्जेस उनके खिलाफ लगाए गए हैं वो प्रथम दृष्टया सही साबित होते हैं। वो क्वालिटेटिवली एक डिफरेंट फुटिंग पर है, मतलब कि कोई आम अपराध नहीं किया है, बहुत ही गंभीर अपराध, देश को टुकड़े टुकड़े करने वाला अपराध, इस दृष्टिकोण से उसको देखा गया है।
देखिए, सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने जो टिप्पणी की है वो बहुत महत्वपूर्ण है। जो ऐसे तत्व देश में शोर मचा रहे थे वर्षों से और कहते थे कि भारत तेरे टुकड़े टुकड़े होंगे, ऐसे तत्वों को बहुत बड़ा एक चपेट पड़ा है सुप्रीम कोर्ट के द्वारा, क्योंकि उनका ऑब्जर्वेशन का सबसे महत्वपूर्ण जो शब्द है, इन दोनों को आरोपितों को सेंट्रल फिगर बोला है। कि प्रमुख भूमिका में यही दोनों थे। इस चीज को कोर्ट ने एक्नॉलेज किया।
भारत के टुकड़े करने का सपना देखने वाले इस पर जो न्यायालय ने फैसला लिया है ये स्वागत योग्य है। देश की एकता, अखंडता, देश की प्रभुसत्ता से ऊपर कुछ नहीं और नेशन फर्स्ट, इस पर देश को चलना चाहिए। स्वागत योग्य फैसला है। जो देश को तोड़ना चाहते हैं, जो भारत तेरे टुकड़े होंगे और चिकन नेक से तोड़ देंगे, इसकी षड्यंत्र बुनते हैं, योजनाएं बनाते हैं, मकड़ जाल क्रिएट करते हैं, उनकी जगह जेल में है, बेल में नहीं।
And we have exclusively spoken to former ASG and the man who led the fight in Delhi riots case, S.V. Raju. Take a listen to this exclusive conversation.
Mr. S.V. Raju, the additional Solicitor General of India, is now joining us on Times Now. Sir, good morning. Thank you for speaking to us. What do you make of what the Supreme Court has said in denying bail to Umar Khalid and Sharjeel Imam?
If I may say in 2 words, is the right decision. These 2 people don't deserve bail. They're anti-nationals. They want India to be cut into pieces. They want Assam to be cut off from India. They want to sever the chicken's neck and dismember India. Such type of people should not be granted bail. There's I'm not saying without any evidence. The evidence shows their involvement. The court has gone into the evidence. Court has put a lot of effort, gone into the depth of the matter. They've gone into the law, laid down very good law as far as how terrorists and anti-nationals and how the UAPA Act is to be construed. And